You know, I don't know if it comes through all the time, to this action, but he's a rock. He really is. He is a rock. I can get very emotional. I can get very intense. Things can get tough with the kids. This is a rock.
Oh my goodness.
And he always makes me laugh.
Well, not to just trade compliments, but sometimes I can get kind of off on this like day-to-day thing where I get kind of celebrated for my work, and the kids in the neighborhood think I'm the coolest, and then my coworkers are constantly kind of elevating me, putting me on a pedestal, and pretty soon, if you let that get to you, eventually you start to buy it. You really start to believe that these people who are basically serving you are, somehow, should just like give you some space, really.
How do I fit in there? You were gonna pay me a compliment.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like oftentimes when I get that high, you know what I mean? I feel like oftentimes when I end up getting like really just too much, what's the word?
Fill?
Compliments, too many compliments, too much praise, she's there, she makes sure that I don't go flying off the handle and like, getting frustrated by the amount of basically like neighborhood paparazzi and stuff. And you bring me back and you're like, you know what? We're just gonna live our lives and be just totally
I bring you down.
You bring me back to earth. Don't say bring me down. You bring me back to earth. So I can just come home, have a nice meal, and go back out there to those crowds again.
I was out of control.
Yeah, well, we both were.
Yeah.
So
It's my goal with the kids, to make sure that they don't make the same bad choices that I made. The partying.
all the TPing and stuff,
The riding around with the frat boys, the getting arrested, the flashing the cops.
The phony phone calls. You're like, oh, this is IP Freely calling from the Standard Examiner. When was the last time you bathed? I'm winging this one, but I don't know. What is it? And then you're like, because it smells like from here that it was a long time ago.
I set a school on fire. Just...
Well, like I've overheard some conversations between my kids and, theoretically my kids and some other kids, and it's like, oh, my dad's so lame, and my kids were like, well, I don't know, my dad's my best friend, My dad made me go to bed at like 10:30 last night. Well, my dad made me an awesome mixtape, and gave me a whole new introduction to music I never heard about. Oh, my dad's so square. Well, my dad, could have played professional hockey if they'd had hockey in the town he grew up in or whatever. It's like that. You just stare down at them, let the eyes do the work. Your mouth might be saying, hey, we cool, but your eyes are like, no, we not. Nice to meet you. No, it's not. It's all good. Snow isn't it? Oh, where are you from originally? I could defeat you if it came to a physical confrontation. Oh, sure, I know your folks. I could defeat them as well if it came to that. Both of them, even if they came at me at the same time, because I would simply use the Aikido I learned in junior college and use your father's momentum against him and throw him into your mom. The first day of school can be hectic.
Yeah, the kids are still in summer mode. It's hard to get everybody out the door, especially Luke, who's kind of on his own planet.
I don't know where he gets that from. I used to love the first day of school. You could kind of reinvent yourself. Every year was a clean slate. One year I was a lad from Derbyshire. And the next year I was like a wise guy from Brooklyn. Oh my God, did I have friends.
That's exactly what I was just wondering.
I'm very proud of you, Phil. You showed tremendous self-control.
That's Claire's Christopher Walken.
I'm very proud of you, Phil. You showed tremendous self-control.
That's Claire as Henry Kissinger.
Well, I'm very proud of you, Phil. You showed tremendous self-control.
That's Claire as Jimmy Stewart.
I'm very proud of you, Phil. You showed tremendous self-control.
That's former President Richard Nixon. I have decided to make more of an effort with Jay. Our relationship's always been stuck in this kind of primal place where it started. You know, Jay's like, me, Jay, this my family, me protect. And then along comes this young, hip cave dude, and he's like, what up, dog? What's crack-a-lackin'? And then Jay's like, who you? Where you come from? Future? We have no hip slang. And then the cave dude Phil's like, hey, this is just the way I am. I'm just doing my best. And then you got a standoff, you know? And the only way to end a standoff is somebody's got to make an effort. And guess who's doing that? Not behind me. I don't want to sound braggy, but I have like a crazy natural ability to come up with awesome band names. And I happen to have a couple right here. Hard Frosting, The Touchy Feelies, Mostly Feeble, 8 Limbs Down, Mormon Temp, Accidentally Sexy, Safety Cones of the Sea. What was the one from last night?
Pork Surgeon.
Pork Surgeon.
Yeah.
It's All Fiction, Donkey Monkey, Monkey Donkey, Donkey Donkey, Honky Donkey, The Tiny Zippers.
I collect antique fountain pens. I'm quite adept at Japanese flower arrangement, ikebana, and I was a third-string center at the University of Illinois. It's a striking. Keep the nose guard off of you.
How did I feel when Luke said that? My stomach dropped to the floor and I wanted to throw up. But we've all said things that we regret, right? I just happened to say that to a person from a country where life has little value and they find human ears in public fountains. Yeah, there's that feeling again. Yeah, of course I want Luke to be successful. But unlike my husband, I don't think that a parent can just force that. I think you just have to have faith that the kid's gonna find his own way. And besides, Luke is good at something. He has an incredibly high threshold for pain. I saw him take a staple gun to the head. Didn't flinch. You can't teach that.